Soggy Saturday. I don't have to work on days like this, at least Saturdays like this. So I think I'll go to the junkyard. Got my new radiator in Wednesday. Looks okay. I'm gonna go to the junkyard and see if I can't find a fan and maybe a few other odds and ends, and then try to mount this radiator in that hole today. One night this week I went ahead and finished the rest of my body mounts. I suppose I could show you one. Got my little rubber biscuit under there. Everything bolted up. Tack welded in place. I think that'll work out alright. And now I need to get this radiator business sorted out and move on to something else. But first, I gotta hook up my battery, back this thing out. Mrs. Heavy Chevy wants to scatter junk all over the floor and weld up something. So I guess I better accommodate her. Well, there she is singing a happy song on high idle. I think I'll let her warm up a little bit before I head to the junkyard. Fella told me on one of my videos my choke wouldn't work right with the modifications I had done to my quadrojet, but seems to work okay here. Must be a fluke. That's the only thing I can figure. Don't that sound beautiful? There's a plethora of things going on in here. Soaking up coffee, building a rabbit box. Frankie's checking out the Firebird. I guess he's happy with it.
You want to get in it, go for a ride.
And me and the oldest are going to the junkyard. She's going to do all the work. I'm just going to watch. We're trusting in the Lord and driving the big Ford. That's funny, you can laugh. Well, there's the fans I got. That one came out of a 97 Mercury Cougar with a V8. And then the dual fans came out of a Taurus with a 3.8. I don't think I'm going to be able to use the dual fans on that truck, the 46. But it might come in handy on the old blue Chevy. I don't know. Let's see what I do with that. Got both of them, well, both setups for 50 bucks. That wasn't a bad deal. I'm gonna set up a battery here and see how much air that one blows. And then I'm gonna have to figure out how to mount it. And it looks like somebody's been cooking up some ideas here. I wonder what that is. Alright, let's see if I can pull this off one-handed. We're going to test the fan's operation here. Alright, that's low speed, I think.
Woo!
Looks like it blows a fair amount of air. I say thumbs up on that one. We'll check with little Mr. Heavy Chevy in a minute. I think we'll just put these two fans in inventory. You never know what you might need. But that's a pretty good deal. I think it was like 30 bucks or something for that setup. And I think those fans are probably better than what you get from Summit Racing or something. They're about 12 inches outside diameter, so they'd work good on a 25-inch wide radiator or something like that. Build your own little shroud. I've got this one in inventory. this somewhere in a building I tore down or something. Let's see how it does. I don't think that blows as much, do you?
I don't think so.
Alright, let's put it back.
My hair standing up on end?
No, it's perfectly aligned as always. Alright, now I'm going to try to put my radiator in the hole. But I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to get it in from the top, because these fenders narrow so much right there. I think it's going to have to go up from the bottom. But let me see what happens here. It's just as I suspected. She ain't going to go. So I'm going to have to jack it up, take this piece out, and go up from the bottom. And then put that piece back in. And then mark how I'm going to mount it. Alright, this is going to take a little doing. There's a condenser that's got to go in there, which will fit with some modification to these lines, which I ought to be able to do, seems like. The radiator fits in there just fine, if it could stand to be a little bigger. Oops. The fan will fit in there just fine. It's all going to have to come in from the bottom. And I got to modify this. There's not enough room there for the radiator fit. So let me study on that a minute. And we'll come up with something. Don't you think it's a little selfish to be using that bench right now?
How is that selfish? It's my bench.
It's my shop. Okay. Let's see a flip. That was pitiful. Try again. Wait, the camera's not focusing.
What?
Do it one more time. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Alright, weld away. Bang! Go ahead. Sure what she's doing over there. But I think I got my game plan together, at least loosely. I'm gonna drop this stuff back out of here and cut up this piece a little bit so I got room for everything to fit, and make a mount to hold the bottom side of the radiator. What are you making there? A salad bowl?
Yeah, not salad bowl. Salad would fall through. Maybe it's a hat for your heads.
Lampshade?
No, it's just a bowl. Put whatever you want in. Decorative bowl.
I see. Be a heavy one. Nobody will steal it. Alright, here's what I've done here. This is the piece that was under the radiator. I cut that out of there, and the idea is eventually it'll wind up back about like so, giving me some more room and strengthening it at the same time, and even retaining these, which I like. Makes me happy. This still makes a powerful lot of racket. Alright, here's what I got. I'm going to weld that on there. That one goes on the other side. I'll trim that up after I get it welded in place, and make it look more appealing to the eye. Hey!
Yeah,
My ears are ringing.
that's alright. This is a shop, right?
Alright, here's what I got. I got that welded on there. And I think now I'm gonna put it in place, make sure my holes line up. I need to make that one a little bit larger, which I can do with a unibit as long as it lines up properly. And I think I'm gonna add another hole for some rigidity, and if this looks about right, I'm gonna go ahead and put the radiator in without putting this piece in place and welding it in to make sure everything lines up correctly and so on, and I'll do that last. That's my plan. We got the goodie out of that grinding disc and working on another one. Doggone it, girl, I'm gonna have to go buy a bunch of grinding wheels.
It's a unique piece.
I guess so. I guess so. Alright, the radiator slipped back up in there, slick as you please, with that piece in place. And now I gotta study on how I'm gonna mount it. I got a few ideas, but let me work on them a little bit. Hadn't turned the camera on in a while. Had some friends stop by, but boy, it fared off nicely out there. Anyway, this is what I've been working on. Got the fan mounted. I just took a piece of aluminum right there and bent it in an L so it slipped behind right here, and then riveted another strip of aluminum on it. I think that'll hold it all right on top. And then on the bottom I just made up these aluminum brackets, bent them up. I'm gonna drill the holes for the rivets now, and then I'll take everything off and put a piece of aluminum on the back side for the rivets to go into. I think that'll work better. And it's getting kind of late, so that's probably about all I'll get done today, but it's a little bit more. Alright, it's done. Well, almost. I gotta cut these things off. You can see that little tab is in an inconvenient location. And there's what it looks like on the back side. That's aluminum. It's been painted, but it's alright back there. I think that'll work out alright. And now just need to cut those tabs off. But I think I might do that later. I'm getting kind of tired. What do you think about this radiator and fan, Little Miss Indian Princess?
Looks good.
You're so crazy. Alright, now I'm done. I did go ahead and cut these little tabs off, although I see I need to do a little better right there so the hose can go on, but that's easily done. But I'm tired now, so I think I'm gonna go in and find something to eat. Maybe sit on the couch with that one.